welcome to my channel. This is Reika Does Blender. In this tutorial series, we are going to continue with this cute tomato plant. In this episode, we will attach the tomatoes to the plant and we will make a little pot. This is a fairly easy follow along tutorial, but if you're completely new to Blender, I also have a beginner course called 4 Fun Projects in Blender 5 for absolute beginners. It is on Udemy and you can find the link in the description. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming episodes. Now let's jump right into it. This is where we left off last time. And now let's attach the tomatoes to the plant. But first, I think I'm going to select my flower. So click on the center, shift click on the flowers, and I just press S to scale and make it a little bit bigger so it's more visible. Now, first of all, let's box select the first tomato, press Shift D to duplicate, move it higher up, and I press S to scale it up just a little bit, like so. I move this window. And then I do another duplicate, Shift D, and put it here, and maybe just S to scale on the Z, make it a little bit taller, like a plum tomato maybe. So first of all, let's grab this tomato, press G and move it here, and R to rotate it, and then 3 on my numpad just to see if it aligns, and I think that's perfect. Back to front view with 1 on my numpad. Let's grab this one. So box select it, G to grab and move it here, and R to rotate it, and then finally box select the third one, G to grab, let's move it here, R to rotate it. Now what we'll do is select the stem, let's go to solid view, tab into edit mode, and just zoom in a little bit. And what we'll do, select this vertex and we will extrude it into the tomato. So E to extrude, Control A to scale it up just a little bit. E to extrude once more, Control A to scale it up, and once more and pull it into the tomato, and Control A to scale it up. Let's have a look, and that's perfect. Back to front view. Now let's do this tomato. Select this vertex, E to extrude, Control A to scale, and E to extrude, and E to extrude again. Maybe this one, it can be a little bit smaller, like so. And then let's just have a look. This one, G and Y and G and X, like so. Let's come out of X-ray mode just to see. That looks a little bit funky, so press G and Z to bring it down. And then this one, G and Y, and that looks much better. Finally, let's do the last one. Grab this one, E to extrude again, Control A to scale it up, E to extrude again, and pull it into the tomato. Now with this one, I think I'm going to move the tomato backwards. So let's tab into object mode, box select the tomato, and make sure that the stem is not selected. So shift click on it, so deselect it, and press G and Y to move the tomato into position, and G and X as well. So it's right in the middle. We can come out of X-ray mode just to check. And that's pretty much it. The tomatoes all attached to our stem. Now I'm going to box select everything and press G and Z and move it up. And Shift S, cursor to bird origin, to snap my 3D cursor into the origin. Shift A to add mesh, and we are adding a plane. And straight away, let's tab into edit mode. And what we want is to merge all of these vertices into one. And for that, press M to merge at center. And now we have one vertex in the middle. And what we'll do, we are going to extrude this vertex. I'm going to go back to X-ray mode. So E to extrude on the X and pull it out somewhere around here. E to extrude again, pull it out somewhere around, let's say here. E to extrude on the X once more, E to extrude on the Z this time, E to extrude on the X, E to extrude on the Z, E to extrude, and you want these to be parallel, like so, and then E to extrude on the X, pull it all the way to the Z axis. So this is going to be the pot. We sort of just drawn the outline. And first of all, let's tab back into object mode, go to your modifiers, add the modifier, generate screw. So this is the screw modifier and it created the pot for us, which is great. Now I'm not 100% happy with the shape of this pot, but that's okay because now we can go back into edit mode, back to X-ray mode, and just edit the shape of our pot. So first of all, I'm going to select these two, press G and X, move them a little bit closer, and then do the same with these, G and X. These ones, press G and Z to bring them down just a little bit. And now what we want to do is to sharpen these vertices a little bit. So Control R first, and then GG to move this new vertex down almost all the way to the bottom. Make sure they don't overlap with the other vertex. Let's do one here as well. Control R and then GG to move it as close as possible. And now, if you see, it's so much sharper than, for example, these edges. Let's do one here as well. So Control R, GG, move it up like so. One here as well. Actually, Control R and then move your mouse wheel to make it 2. Select that one, GG, pull it outwards like so. And then that one, GG, inwards like so. And then we do 2 here as well. So Control R, make it 2, select one of them, GG, and slide it. And this one, GG, to slide it. Make sure it doesn't overlap. Let's do 2 here. Control R, make it 2, and then GG to slide them. And I think I'm going to do one here as well. So Control R and then GG to slide it up. We can tap back into object mode, come out of X-ray mode. And now I'm going to press Control 3 to add the subdivision surface modifier, change the random level to 3, and that's pretty much it. That's my pot done. Now let's make some dirt. Press Shift A to add mesh, and let's add the circle. I'm going to turn the X-ray mode back on, press S to scale it down, and we want it to be about this big. Back to front view with one on your numpad, G and Z, and move it up to around here. So that's great. Control A to apply the scale, tab into edit mode, go to the face menu and click on grid fill, and that will fill it out for you. Alt A to deselect everything, and then go to the select menu, select random. So that will select some random vertices for you. And then with the proportional editing still on, press G and Z, and with the wheel of your mouse, make the circle of influence a little bit bigger, like so, and then we can pull them up like that. Let's have a look, and that looks great. Back to object mode, you can come out of X-ray mode, and that's the dirt pretty much done. Now, all we need to do is head to the shading workspace. Let's go to rendered view. And first of all, let's click on the pot, edit a new material, call it pot. As for the base color, you can once again choose whatever color you want for your pot. This is the color code I have used. So it's like a clay color that I quite liked. And I pulled up the roughness all the way to 1. So that's great. And then for the dirt, edit a new material, call it dirt. And for the base color, you want to go towards a dark orange and then pull down the slider to make it nice and brown. And a little bit more, and then pull up the roughness all the way to 1. Then we can head back to the layout workspace. Let's have a look. That looks great. Now, I also made a little platform and the background for my tomato plant. But first of all, I think I'm going to just select everything here and press S to scale it up, like so, and then G and Z to move it upwards. Maybe S to scale just a little bit more. That looks much better. Right, so with everything selected, press G and Z and move it up to, let's say, around here. And then what you want to do is add the cylinder. So Shift A to add mesh cylinder. From this menu, you can change the vertices to 12. We don't need that many. And then press S to scale on the Z, make it smaller. And G and Z to bring it up to somewhere around here. Control A, apply the scale and tab into edit mode. 2 to go to edge mode, and alt click on one of these edges, and then shift alt click on one of the bottom ones, and we're just going to bevel it. So Control B to bevel it, and what you want is to add maybe 2 extra edges with the wheel of your mouse, like so. And then back into object mode with tab. Control 3 to add the subdivision surface modifier and make sure that the render level is set to 3. And now we have this cute little platform for the tomato plant. I might just scale it down a little bit. So S to scale on the Z, G and Z to bring it down, and then bring everything else down as well. So G and Z, so it stands on it like so. What I want is to make sure that everything stands on the x-axis. So G and Z, and just bring everything down. Now, as per usual, we are going to add the background as well. So press Shift A to add mesh plane, and press S to scale the plane up, nice and big. Go to top view with 7 on your numpad and press G and Y and move it just a little bit backwards, like so. Control A to apply the scale and then tab into edit mode. And let's make a loop cut right here in the middle. Control R and double click to confirm it. Then select this top edge here. Go to side view with 3 on your numpad, press G and lift it up 90 degrees, like so. And then this one we are going to bevel, the one we just made. So Control B and let's bevel it and add some extra edges with the wheel of your mouse. So it's nice and smooth. And then we can tab back into object mode. I think I'm just going to press S to scale on the Y to make it a little bit bigger, like so. And that looks great. And then right click Shade Smooth on the background and we can head back into the shading workspace. Now, let's click on the platform, edit a new material, call it platform. And again, for the base color, you can pretty much choose whatever color you fancy. I went with this teal color like that, and I left the roughness as it is. Now, for the background, let's edit a new material, call it background. And I didn't actually give it a base color. What I did, I added a sky texture to it. So press Shift A to add. You can either go to the texture and find it, or you can type it into the search menu. So add the sky texture, pop it here, change it to Prism, and then what we want is to plug it in. So when you plug it in, you can see there's this cloudy sky color gradient, but we want to choose our own colors. So Shift A to add color ramp, and you want to pop it in between. And now for this slider, the black one, if you click on it, you can change the color. And this is the color I went with. And then for the white one, I went with a similar but a little bit darker color. So now all we need to do is just slide these colors a little bit. So this one and this one. And you can see the back is a little bit lighter. I might just change it a little bit more light, like so. And then the bottom is so much darker. But it's absolutely up to you what colors you want to add to your background. I went with this teal color. I think it looks pretty good. Right, so back to the layout workspace. So here we go. The tomato plant is pretty much done. All we need to do is to set up the lights, and then we can render out our final image. So that's what we are going to do in the next tutorial. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss it, and I will see you in the next one.